Hi and welcome back. This is the second part of my video blog for the Templarcrusade01's Path to Damnation campaign, which takes part in the Eye of Terror. In this video I'm hopefully going to be able to take my Chaos Lord, sort of paint him up, and hopefully by the end of this video we should have a finished model. So this is the first part of the video really. So I've put my Chaos Lord together, and basically I've covered up the base with some tape just to make sure, because I've sort of mounted him onto some slate and bits and pieces like that, so I didn't want to ruin the slate too much with paint. So what I've done is covered the base with some tape, and I've just used packing tape, so there's nothing special about the tape or anything. So I just used some packing tape just to cover the base and to make sure that I don't get too much onto the base area as well. Then what I've done is I've started experimenting with using Imperial Primer paint rather than a spray paint for the undercoat. So I basically undercoated my Chaos Lord with Imperial Primer rather than spray painting him, and I'm very happy with the way it's actually come out. The paint is definitely differently formulated to your normal Citadel paints, and when it dries down, it dries down as if you had spray painted the model, so it's really good. So if you've got a really delicate model that you want to use and you think it's going to be difficult to spray paint and so on, I maybe suggest using the Imperial Primer as an alternative, and definitely seems to work here. As you can see, I'll just turn the model around a little bit, see the back. So yeah, as you can see, he's really well primed and everything ready for the next stage. So what I'll be doing is I want to be painting this guy up as a Nurgle Marine. So basically I want to say he's haven't quite worked out all the fluff yet, but I wanted to do some sort of Death Guard Chaos Marine, and I think as the campaign goes along and I get enough points and Chaos rewards and bits and pieces there, I can Nurglify him more and more as it goes along. So that should be good. Also, as you probably noticed from this video as well, I've also found a couple of my older models as well. These are old Chaos Terminators from the very old range. Pretty cool models, and they've been cleaned off recently, so they're really cool. So hopefully I'll be able to use them as a bodyguard for my Lord as well. So you can see they're all pretty cool stuff going on there. So that's that bit. So I will take this model to the next stage, put the base coats on and everything, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Hi, and welcome back. So I've taken these models to the next sort of stage really. So after the applying the Imperial Primer, I then went ahead and added a few sort of base coats and bits and pieces like that. So and then so I started off with a base coat, then I added a wash, and then after the wash I went ahead and added a dry brush colour to bring the green up to this colour that we see here on screen. So when working with a single model, it's quite difficult to sort of you have to wait quite a while for each layer to dry off properly before you can move on. And if you're used to sort of batch painting and bits and pieces like that, there's lots of waiting around when you're just doing single models. So what I decided to do was take up the two Chaos Terminator bodyguards models up to the same standard at the same time, so that when I was waiting for my Chaos Lords layers to dry, I could obviously move on to the 2 individual models of those as well. So that way I wasn't sort of sitting around just waiting for watching paint dry, as the saying goes. So all 3 models are up to the same standard now, and basically after this I will add a base coat on the details, and then when that's done we'll then highlight it. So I'll just show you what paints I used. I'll just move the camera across a little bit. So I started off with Imperial Primer as the undercoat. Then the base coat was Castilian Green, which is a nice dark green colour. Then after that I basically went ahead and added a heavy layer of Grax Earthshade as the wash. And washes, when you put a heavy wash on, they tend to take a while to actually dry, so just be aware of those. And then I did a heavy dry brush of Estelian Green to bring up the green colour on it as well, and then once that was dry I just highlighted the dry brushing as well to get up to the same standard. So that's basically where we are on these models at this stage. Obviously I'll be doing some photos along with these ones as well as I take these through, so I will now add the detail base coat on the details and stuff, and then hopefully you should see quite a bit of difference in the next part of the video. So I'll see you a bit later. Okay, welcome back. This is the last part of this video really. So I've managed to add the details on the model in terms of adding the base colours on the details and then highlighting the base colours and stuff. So essentially this model is finished now. This is as far as I'm taking this model at the moment. I'm not showing any sort of weathering or battle damage or anything like that, because I thought it would be best to do this as he's a new Chaos Lord for this campaign, and as the campaign goes along he would be more battle damaged as it goes along, so I can add some blood on the chain blade and battle damage and some just bits and pieces, and I've painted him up as a Nurgle Lord, so as the campaign goes along I will also Nurglify him a lot more as well as a thing. And as an idea, I've managed to get hold of the Nurgle Rot technical paint, which I like to have a go with as it goes along as well. So stick with these videos in the future, and then hopefully things will go around. So I'll just rotate the model a little bit. Just one there, give you guys a better look. So I'm quite happy with the way he's come out. It's quite nice, and as you can see, we're also taking the tape off the base there as well. It hasn't caused much bleed through or anything like that, so I'm quite happy with the way it worked out. I'm glad I covered the base with tape and stuff, so that's good. Also, this is basically the sort of colour bits and pieces I've done on these model there. So I add some details onto the shoulder pads and bits and pieces as the campaign goes along. So that'd be cool, bits and pieces. So I hope you like my Chaos Lord at the moment. I haven't come up with a name with him yet, so stick around and hopefully I'll be able to work out a name for my Chaos Lord, and then obviously Chaos warbands and stuff, and I'll be able to take the 2 other models as well, the 2 Chaos Terminators, be able to bring them up to the same level as well. So hopefully I'll have some nice consistency across the warband that I'm thinking to put together. So so with the details, I'll just move the camera and sort of run through the paints that I used. Right, so basically started off with the gunmetal colours. I think these are called Tamiya colours. Yeah, I sort of got a good deal on a few colours. due to a model shop that was closing down and selling off all their paints. I managed to pick up a few paints. I quite like their acrylic paints and stuff, so I'm quite happy with those. So this is their gunmetal one, but obviously Citadel have an equivalent colour as well. So so you just can use a gunmetal colour in the Citadel range rather than this one. So once the gunmetal was added to the metal areas of the model, I then washed down the gunmetal with Agrax Earth Shade as well, just to give some extra shadows and bits and pieces. And then once that was dried up, then highlighted back up with Mithril Silver. If you notice, this is an old, very old Mithril Silver paint, and it's surprisingly still very well put together, so it's still in good condition, so I use that quite a bit. So that was basically highlighted up on there, and then the bronze and sort of goldish sort of colour highlights on there as well. I used the Citadel base Warp Lock bronze, obviously as your base colour, and then Rune Lord brass to highlight it back up with afterwards. So it's basically, it's not many colours I've used on this, and you can see the other colours from the background there. So with 8 or 9 colours to make up the complete model. So yeah, quite happy with the way it's turned out, and sticking around with these videos, and hopefully I'll show some progress in the campaign. Thanks for watching. I'd just like to say thank you to all the people that have recently subscribed to my channel. I've been a bit overwhelmed with the amount of people that have subscribed, so yeah, keep up the good work, guys. So if you like this video, just rate, comment and subscribe afterwards. So what I'll do now is just show some progress pictures as I was going along, and see you in the next video. Thanks guys, bye.